the other ones that is near and dear to my heart is an issue around lead paint and lead poisoning. So my wife happens to be a pediatrician, and I have 4 kids. They're all a little older now, but I'm fairly well versed in the impact of lead poisoning, especially on children under 2. Children under 2, their brain is being developed, and for those people who have little babies or children, you all know what kids under 2 are doing. They're crawling around and putting everything in their mouth. And the data on this is super clear in Cincinnati, and it's not too different than a lot of other older, especially Midwestern or cities in the East. We have almost about 1,000 kids per year who have severe lead poisoning to the point that it impacts their IQ permanently. You can't get lead out of your system once it's in there. It impacts their IQ. There is our children's hospital, which recently was ranked #1 in the country, has done a lot of research around the impact on education, attainment, on job, et cetera. So the impact is super clear on especially poverty, which we have a real issue in the city. And my point of view is we have no plan. We have a plan on lead pipes by 2035. I think the feds are mandating that we eliminate lead in lead pipes, but nothing on lead paint, which is where most of the damage is coming from. So I've reached out to a councilwoman in Cleveland, talked to her. I've talked to people in Louisville and Rochester, other cities, on how they've tackled this, and built a pretty broad coalition of people, faith leaders, because I think we need to show kind of a sense of moral outrage of how can we let this happen. The business community, because there's an economic case to be made, and obviously folks in the health community. And so we're going to require kind of a pretty significant investment, public, foundation, and private, in order to really tackle this issue, because it costs a fair amount to remediate lead from houses. And we can't just mandate it. If we mandate it, we're a city of 62% rentals. 62% of our city rents, which is phenomenal. It's hugely high. And if we just tell landlords, hey, you or anyone, you have to remove lead, that's $30,000 to $50,000, and they'll just displace a whole lot of people because they'll have to raise the prices in order to cover it. So we need some public-private foundation investment in order to make this possible. And so that's an issue that I would love to have a plan that's funded by the time I leave council. And, it's probably going to take 25, 30 years to resolve it, but at least we're going to make some incremental progress. And every kid that we can save from having that lead poisoning is going to have a really meaningful impact.
Yeah, it's one of those, the long-term impacts are so significant, but it's hard to identify the specific long-term cost to have them spend it up front. And so anything you can do, not only obviously improves lives, but it also could save long-term costs and see so much benefit to your community.
Mm-hmm.